What's up, my homie? How you doing, man?
Hey, pretty good, Leo. How you doing today?
Good, bro. Good, good, good.
Good.
So we just want to welcome you guys to Mile High Hotspur, our third stream.
Yes,
We're
sir.
going to be talking about the Rangers game, takeaways, thoughts, disappointment of the match,
Yeah,
things along
made
that
some nice
that
things.
line.
Yep. Cool.
Well, first, I just wanted to get off by saying, our channel's gonna be growing, homie. Our channel's gonna start growing. So I hope you're ready for the ride.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Can't wait.
it's gonna
Let's keep
gonna be a
growing it.
good season.
Yep.
Gonna be a really good season this year. Apart from all that, all the things Tottenham Hotspur, bro, we're gonna have a lot of stuff to be doing this season. I hope you're ready.
Oh yeah, man. It's gonna be a busy, long season. So I can't wait. I can't wait to get it started. I can't wait. I mean, it's a week. What is it? A week from now until the season
Yeah,
starts. Week
about
and
two
a half.
weeks. About 2 weeks, bro. About two
Oh
weeks.
yeah, because it's Sunday. Then yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
about two
man. I
weeks.
just can't wait to get it started. One question I had off the bat was, do you think that Conte's lineup, his starting 11 against Rangers, do you think he's going to start that against Southampton?
Um, One thing I can say about it is it's awfully similar to our starting lineup against Norwich, the last game of the season.
Mhm.
The only change being Davinson Sanchez playing for Ben Davies. Other than that, the whole game, I mean,
Yeah,
other than that, the starting lineup was exactly the same.
exactly. Yep.
So I'm I don't know what's gonna
Yeah.
happen, bro. I don't know if Perisic is gonna be our starting, if Cesc is gonna be starting. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's
I
kind of
don't
what we'll
know.
talk about today is kind of like what our thoughts are and who should start um, against who and everything. There's some great competition out there, though. I'll say that out there on that Rangers field. Wow. I mean, everyone's really competing for that top spot. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, right away,
Yeah.
I think we could say Sanchez was outstanding. Um, he made some great tackles, and he also had that little back heel, which I loved. Um, he's putting in
Sanchez,
the effort,
yes,
man.
yes,
He's
yes,
putting in the
yes.
effort. He's going forward. Um, that's what Conte wants to see. He wants to see a runner. He wants to see someone out there running back and forth, even if you're a center back. But I thought he was outstanding. Very impressed with Sanchez out there.
That was definitely one of my takeaways from this game was Sanchez.
Mhm.
Sanchez's tackling, bro, was apart from Romero being our best tackler, because Romero had a few tackles himself,
Yeah,
but
he's
apart from
consistent.
him,
Yeah,
yeah, Davinson Sanchez stood out a lot.
yeah, for sure.
Also too, um, Kulusevski was putting in some tackles, bro. I know he lost possession a few times and tracked back
Mhm.
to win the ball back, and I noticed he did that a few times.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, like I said, that's what Conte wants. He doesn't want any lazy players, and I think that's why he bought Kulu in the first place. So, yeah, I mean, and Kulu is another one of those outstanding players out there. I don't
Yeah,
know. I can't see Richarlison even taking his spot on the right. I mean, I was on the top in the front three. Just
yeah,
Kulusevski's so dangerous. He's just so dangerous, and man, he
bro.
goes up
One thing I am starting to get worried about Kulusevski not trusting his right foot.
Mhm.
He always wants to cut back in and use that
Yeah.
left foot, and that's going to become predictable if it hasn't already.
It's almost like an
Um,
Aaron Robin who always goes on his left-hand side, cuts back on his left-hand side. So I
yeah,
think
but
that's
Iron Robin, everybody knew exactly what he was going to do, but it was hard to stop him. Now, if
yeah,
Dejan Kulusevski could become the same, people are going to know, okay, when's he going to cut in on that? When's he going to cut into on that left foot? When's he going to cut in? And
yeah,
they can't do nothing about it. Then yeah, dude, that's going to be dope. But until then,
yeah,
man, he's got to trust his right foot.
yep,
I heard somewhere that Dejan Kulusevski is the only one that doesn't trust his right foot. And I think that's true. have a pop, man. You know what I mean? You're in
Yeah.
the box, man. Have a pop at that goal. Use your right foot.
It
But
does
it
work a
seems to
lot
me
when
that
you're on
he
that right-hand side and you use your right foot, or vice versa on the left-hand side when you use your left foot. It's away from the goalkeeper. It's farther away from the goalkeeper. So yeah, it does work. Cristiano Ronaldo does that. He kicks it on his left.
Harry Kane.
Yeah,
Harry Kane did the same thing. His beautiful goal was from the left side of the pitch. He was kind of seeing what the defenseman was going to do. Cut right, dropped his left shoulder, and put the goal into the back of the sack. It's very similar to what Kulusevski tries to do on the right side, cutting in on the left and
yeah,
kind of seeing what's going to happen, getting a little bit of space, maybe a half a yard. A half a yard is all it took Harry Kane, and he put that ball right post stamp. You know what I mean?
yeah. Beautiful.
But
Absolutely, it's art what he does, Harry Kane. Absolute football art.
he's gonna get the golden boot this year, bro. We've talked about it plenty of times. Yeah, I mean
Mm,
he's gonna be 5 goals
um,
in three premier, 5 goals in 3 preseason games.
yeah.
He's on
I mean,
form.
he's not even playing the whole game either. He's just being subbed on and off. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's just crazy. We're absolutely lucky to have the best striker in the world. I feel
yeah,
confident to say that we are absolutely just lucky to have him. Um, yeah, it's crazy to see the comparison between the finishing of Harry Kane compared to Højbjerg. Um,
yeah.
it's just ridiculous. Like Højbjerg, I think the only time he can score is when it's already in the back of the net and it's just coming back out, and he kicks it back in just because he's excited. Did you notice that happened against the Rangers game?
Oh my god, dude.
Harry Kane scored, and then he came back and got the rebound and just kicked it in. That's the only time that
That's the only
Højbjerg
time
can
he
score.
scores.
Yeah,
Yeah, right in front of the freaking net and doesn't miss a sitter.
yeah, he needs to just
Yeah.
stay back. That was one of the things I need to say. Like Højbjerg, man, he's not going to be winning the Golden Boot. That's for sure.
Yeah, I hope he's not really on the pitch too much, bro. You know how I feel about Hoiberg. He's our weakest link, I think, in that midfield.
Yeah,
But for some reason, he's been our starting center mid.
yeah.
What'd you
He
think of
was.
him? What'd you think of him next to Basuma?
I will say this. After watching Basuma only for like 20 minutes, I already like Basuma more. Just the way he plays, like his passing is just completely on point every time, even if he's like under pressure too. Basuma just puts it right to where he wants to go. It's just pinpoint passing. And I think Højbjerg puts in the effort. You know,
Yeah,
yeah, he's a good player for us. I think at the last couple games for us, he was just a rock back there. But there are better players, I think, that we even have. I think Basuma. I would definitely play Basuma over Højbjerg um,
yeah.
in that role. And my opinions changed so much though. So after even watching this game, like I don't know if we even need a attacking midfielder anymore. I don't know. Things change, but we'll go into that later. I'm sidetracking right now, but
No, you're okay. He said it sounds like this is Isaac says he sounds like my nickname Zuma, Bazuma.
oh yeah,
That
Zuma.
is true, Basuma. So, yeah, bro. We both watched the game. It was an awesome game. Are you surprised Rangers went up one to zip?
No, no, they're a good squad. We knew that going in. We talked about that, I think, in our second podcast. Like this is a tough opposition we got, and if we can do that, we can. If we can beat Rangers, we can almost beat any team. That's kind of stretching it a little bit when you think of like the Liverpools, Man Cities, but still, Rangers are a decent team. I think they do pretty well in Premier League, even so. They're European qualified. Um,
Yeah.
but I think they even applauded Kane on his way out. Did you notice that?
And Sunny. And Sunny.
And
Yeah,
Sonny?
I think a lot of our well, it's funny because I don't know if you've seen the videos of them walking off of the coach where they're getting booed. Every player got booed. Every player came out of the bus and got booed. Um, and so it's funny to see how before game they were getting booed, and then they put in a masterclass
Exactly.
display, and once they get substituted off, they're getting And fair play to the Rangers fans, bro. I think we talk about this before too, you know. Um, the Ibrox is a legendary stadium. Ibrox is definitely known for its atmosphere, and the
Oh
fact
yeah,
that we were able to go in there and, I even wrote that down, bro. The fans, the Rangers fans, dude, were loud, bro, and their drums. I don't know if you heard the drums going in the back the whole game, bro. They had drums. You know what I mean? They
yeah,
were really loud. As were the Tottenham. The I think it was maybe like around 3,000 Tottenham supporters that ended up
yeah.
going.
And they
They were
stayed to
loud
the end.
too,
Yeah,
bro.
the Glasgow
Yeah,
Spurs.
yeah. So they put in definitely a good shout for us too.
They put in a good
Um,
ship for sure. But yeah,
um,
man, we were well organized, I thought. So it's
you-
just, you know, and we
I
have the
don't know,
best
man.
in the
I'm a
league.
little worried, bro.
What are you worried about? Tell me. I'm here to listen. I'm here to listen to your worries, Leo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I'm being honest with you, bro, I'm a little worried that we're going into our last preseason game, and our lineup is very, 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 very similar to the Norwich game. I mean, we signed 6 players.
But we won
Um,
5-0 that game, remember?
yeah, but we were playing against the bottom of the table, bro.
Yeah. But that's why I think
Norwich.
Basuma is such a good upgrade on Air.
Well, yeah. I mean, bro, and you're not out of your mind to think that. I think the same thing. Basuma is a freaking talent and a half, but is he going to start for us come Southampton?
I hope so.
Is Perisic going to start for us come Southampton?
Um,
Who's going to play right wing
I
back
was
come
gonna talk.
come Southampton? Is Jed Spence going to play for us right wing back?
No.
Um, who's going to be the pairing in the midfield? Are we going to keep the same formation that we have? I'm worried, bro.
There's a lot to talk about. I think from watching Cess, at least on the left, I don't think he has the confidence yet. You know, he's a good footballer, and I really want him to stay on the club, but just like he doesn't have that like finishing ability to just like put the ball, not just like put the ball away in the back of the net, but even like pass it. I know he had a couple of assists last season, but I don't know. Just watching him, I just want somebody to be a little bit more clinical, and that's why I think Perisic will start over Sessegnon um, against Southampton, because I don't think Conte's messing around. He's not messing around this season. We're going for a trophy, or we're gonna lose Conte, realistically speaking. So
We're sipping on some Kool-Aid, homie. Some red drink.
nice. Fruit punch.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree, dude. We can show all the intent to back Conte. We can get him his 7 players, 6 players that he wants. But I mean, at the end of the day, bro, if they're not gonna do nothing with them, he's gonna be like, "Well, I tried later."
Yeah.
And that's what I don't want, dude.
No, man, it's not gonna
So,
happen. I think our players are gonna step up. Basuma is gonna be a starter. I think. Perisic is gonna be a starter. And then the rest, I'm not really too worried about, man. I'm pretty confident with our front three. And if we can fix like where our defensive midfielders aren't hitting the ball over the net every time. I mean, it's just pathetic to watch Højbjerg try to score goals. It's almost embarrassing watching him. And then he complains like, "Oh, deflection, deflection." No, man, it was just a really, really bad. You didn't even aim. Like he just like I don't know. So I think we're crying out for a midfielder that can just do it all, kind of thing. So Basuma, I think, is just oof, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he can do, and I think that's going to change everything. I think, and make us into a powerhouse club, because I think that's really what we're missing. I mean, our front three is, I think, one of the best top threes in even the world, I would say. So
oh, and then we went and added Richarlison, who only helps that. You know what I mean? So our
yeah,
our front three is expandable now to just 3 plus. So yeah,
yeah,
bro. I'm like I said, that's my honest opinion. Is I'm a little worried. I hope that again, I like to stress. I would like to stress enough that I believe in everything Conte is doing. I
yeah.
believe in everything that he's got, lined up.
Mhm.
But
But yeah, why are you worried about that stuff when Conte, he knows what he's doing. He's got the whole plan. He has it all planned out.
Well, I would hope so. I would hope come Southampton. It's 2 weeks time from now. I hope we go into the Roma game and we see a different team. But I mean, I
I
don't know,
think,
man. I don't
yeah, I
know.
think the starting 11, I think against Roma will be our starting 11 against Southampton. I really think so. We're getting ready, to put our best 11 out there. We might as well put them together for at least 45 minutes against Roma. So if Højbjerg is starting, then he's going to start against Southampton. So we're not the coach. We kind of have to trust in Conte. If he wants Højbjerg in there, there's nothing we can do. And hopefully, at least from my opinion wise, hopefully Basuma will eventually overtake that position.
Um,
Højbjerg.
excuse me. Yeah, I mean, Conte sees him every day in training. We only get to see him once a week or twice a week,
Yep,
So,
for
um,
sure.
that 3-on-1 that Sonny and Hoiberg and Kulusevski had on that Rangers player, dude, and then he just, oh my God, just hit it wrong, bro, and it went like it was not even a shot on target, dude. You know,
I
and then he
know,
tries
and
saying like, "Oh, the goalkeeper nicked it." The goalkeeper, man, just
it's
hit the
embarrassing
damn target
because
next
it's
time.
so clear. Like when we watch the replay, it's like everyone's like, "Oh no, I don't think it did." Like, and he's still arguing, and I think it's just because he. I mean, he must have not really trained to his whole life trying to like score goals. I bet most of the time growing up, he's like learning how to tackle and pass and stuff. So when it comes to like that final clinical position where he needs to score, he screws it up every time. We don't need that right now. We need somebody that can do everything. I mean, that might be a lot to ask for, but we've given Højbjerg chance after chance to score. He's been in that position and he just never does it. He scored. I think
Yeah,
he has scored before for us.
he has. He scored. He's. It's like one out of those 20 freaking shots like is
Mhm.
on target.
I
I'm very
know.
used to Hoiberg blasting it over the bar.
Yeah, I mean, when
Into
you
like
think about
just
Sandro,
souvenir balls, bro.
yeah, think about Sandro when we used to have him. Every time he shot it from outside the box, he would go in because he didn't do it very often. But when he did, like, just beautiful, man. So I wish we had
Yeah.
Musa Dembele still. I don't care. I would play him until he turned 40 if I was the manager. He's just my all-time favorite Spurs player. So I'm
Yeah,
biased.
he's probably one of my favorite Spurs players of all time too, bro.
Yeah.
Musa Dembele. Um,
Hmm. He's a Spurs
Anyways, we're
legend,
getting a
man.
little sidetracked. The Rangers game was a good test for us. We both knew exactly what we were up against. We both knew that the Rangers game was going to be no freaking walk in the park. We knew the environment was going to be hectic. We knew the fans were going to be loud. We knew that
Yep.
the Rangers are no pushover. And
No.
if
And that
I
was their
may
last
just,
one game too before the season
yeah,
started.
yeah, they start next weekend.
Yep.
If I may, I just want to say. Uh, I predicted that 2-1.
You did. Yes. Very good.
I went for a
Proud of you.
Kane and a Sonny goal. I went for Kane and Sonny, but I'll take two Kane goals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still
At
the
the end of
same.
the day,
It
when
was
we
it was two Kane goals, two
yeah.
Sonny assists.
Yeah, I mean, when we do the podcast during the season, when we do one during in the middle of the week, we'll make a prediction. And at the end of the day, who cares who scores as long as I think we should make
Yeah,
like every week we should have it in writing of who we think like score is going to be and just see like who has the most at the end of the season.
I'm
Who has
down.
the most right.
I'm down. Someone will have to
Why
we'll have to do
not? It's
like a
just fun,
forfeit at
something
the
to
end of the
do.
season.
What's that now?
Yeah. Do like a forfeit at the end of the season. Whoever loses has to do something or something, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we could do something like that. But
I might have to whoever loses has to eat a whole Esther's pizza and drink 4 beers. I might lose on purpose.
yeah, that sounds wonderful. Esther's Pizza
Okay.
is the fucking bomb.
Bro,
Yeah, you
chorizo
guys need to go to
burritos are pretty
Esther's.
good, bro.
They have 2 locations. They're opening up a third Esther's in Colorado, and yeah, up there I think in what is it, Alameda? I think is where they're.
I have no idea where they're doing
Yeah.
it.
But anyway, that's our supporters club bar, so we got to give it a shout out.
Yeah. Actually,
Eskers.
speaking of our supporters, of our supporters club, I would put it in the WhatsApp group, and I know that the homie Keith said he wants to come on one of these days. I'd like to have Keith on there.
Sure.
He's pretty
Yeah.
knowledgeable about Spurs,
Oh yeah.
and like he told me, he's like, anytime I can ramble on about the Spurs, I sure will. So I told him to come on
Yeah.
today, but I caught him off guard. Um,
Yeah.
but
I think, but when we
yeah,
like when the season starts, I think we're gonna have like a set schedule or like one during the week and then like a Sunday, so people can plan ahead and we can really plan to see, have some
yeah.
people on, planning ahead of time so we can have some guests on,
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And not only that, bro, as our channel goes growing, you know what I mean, we'll be able to have more guests and to be able to put out different type of content and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna do some interviews after the games too. Probably not full podcasts, but maybe some interviews. I don't know. What do you think, Leo?
yeah. I mean, the sky's the limit, bro.
Yeah. Um, what do you think about Kulu? One thing I want to say, he had a dive, I think, and he got a card for it, a yellow. Do you remember that?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yes, yes, yes,
He
yes.
got pretty feisty. That's kind of
He
good
did,
though.
bro.
That's
And
good.
Kane was like, just yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You're good,
Kane's
ref.
pushing
You're
him back.
good, ref. Yeah, yeah. Just pushing him back. But
Yeah,
I mean, hey, bro, he felt like he got hit. What do you think?
I thought it was he. No, it was.
You think it drove?
I think it was a dive because like his leg, he tripped up his leg after he was. Yeah, it was just too late. That's what I noticed, but I don't know.
Maybe
Um,
he's been hanging out with Richarlison a little too much.
yeah, right. Did you see him flop? Oh my
I
goodness.
mean, I didn't see him flop, but I definitely seen him
Well, not flop, but
they
sorry,
go after him a lot, bro. They go
but
after him a lot.
he has a very theatrical reaction. He rolls around kind of like Neymar. They're both Brazilian, so
Yeah, I mean, that kind of comes with their style of play,
yep. Um, but yeah, I can't see Richarlison playing over Kulu. Kulu is just too dangerous. He's just too good. So, um, but Richarlison is going to come in, I think, as a sub. When we're a little bit we're locked, we can't find the key or whatever, like you said. So, he can come in and
Yeah,
kind of
to unlock
unlock
that.
that. Yeah, I just can't see him starting over Kulu. Kulu is just too good, in my opinion. I don't think we've bought him yet. Is he still on loan?
Lulu is not going to, if I'm not mistaken, he's not going to be purchased until next summer. I don't think they wanted to spend the money just yet on him. Not that they don't have faith in him, but I think they just wanted to they have the option to buy him next year. So I think they're going to go for that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we
So
kind of have to at this point. He's just one of our best players, in my opinion. So, um, what do you think about Bentancur? Do you think he's going to be out there or starting lineup? I mean, because I know Conte likes two midfielders, wing backs. So
that's a tough call, man. Like I said, I'm worried, bro. I'm worried about what the hell's going to happen come the game against Southampton, dude.
I'm pretty
It's
confident, to be honest with you.
yeah,
I am. I think he knows what he's doing. Like he likes the
Mm.
attacking options that come from the wings.
yeah.
And sometimes it's like I'm like, oh, we need a central midfielder, but it's like sometimes I don't even know if we need one. If we can, make those passes to Kane and Kane can pass it off. And I mean, Kulu makes assists. Everyone's doing it, and if we can make our wing backs do the same,
Mhm.
we don't need an attacking midfielder. And then we always have Lucas too. I know he wants to be Conte wants him on the right now, but I mean he can always come um, in the middle if we need. I just don't think Conte likes that formation. I don't think he likes a middle midfielder like that.
With three, yeah, 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 yeah.
'Cause he likes three,
Um,
4-3, I think.
a
Yeah.
3-4-3, yeah. I
Yeah.
think he likes a five. I think it's more or less a five
2-3.
2-3, a 5-2-3. Yeah, he likes a 5-2-3. Um,
But
but
yeah, that's why I trust him, and that's why I'm like I'm not even worried when the season comes because I think he has it all figured out. I think we got who we needed to get. We got a right wing back. We got a left wing back.
yeah.
We got that Rock Basuma.
Um, One thing about the Rangers game, going back to the Rangers game, did you see how much time Ryan Sessegnon had, bro, in that on that wing? I was watching the play build up onto on the right side or even in the middle, and like I could just see Sessegnon way up on top, dude, like in a lot of space by himself.
Yeah.
I wonder why we weren't getting him the ball enough. It makes me feel almost like if maybe they don't trust him that much, or
Yeah.
something was going on there because he was in open space for days, bro, and
Mhm.
they weren't really getting him the ball too much. Um,
Yeah, I think
one thing about that left wing back position is Seth, like I said, Seth was open, but as soon as Perisic came in, he placed two dimes right that header from Richarlison that went over the bar. Um, if that's Harry Kane, Harry Kane's putting that in the back of the sack. You
mhm.
know, when's the last time you've seen one of our wing backs put two crosses on point like that? You know,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's exciting. Yeah. I'm happy with our
definitely.
squad, honestly. I think a couple weeks ago I was like, well, if we don't get anybody that's actually really really good soon, I'm gonna rate this as like a 6 for the transfer window. But I've completely changed my mind. I think we can't even really get like a really really good like attacking midfielder anyway because he was gonna want to play every game, and like James Madison, for instance. And right now Conte kind of has his starting lineup pretty much set in stone. I think, well, not maybe set in stone, but he has an idea of what he wants. And I don't think if Madison came, he's not going to be playing every day. And it's kind of like
Yeah.
one of those things where we don't even need it. I think we can. I don't know. I think we can do what we have. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with our transfer window. My opinions change like all the time. So
Yeah, mine does too. At first, I was rating this window really high, and later, as time goes by and other clubs are buying, my rating is going down. Um,
oh, really? So the opposite of what mine's doing.
yeah, for sure. Because I mean, I've said, like how we've talked about it before, dude. I'm going down because other teams are picking up players, and we're
You hear
being
about
linked with
like
players that
Koundé
I really
guy?
don't
He's
want.
going to Barca now and not Chelsea. Jules
I hope
Koundé.
he goes to Barca.
He
I don't
is.
want him to go to Chelsea.
That's what I heard. So that's fucking great for us. Um,
Yeah, Jules
anytime another
Koundé.
Premier League, yeah, anytime another like top Premier League club gets like snubbed by a good player, that makes me just so happy. Especially Chelsea, because all the players always snub us for Chelsea. I just fucking can't stand it, dude. Willian being
Yeah.
one in particular, and there's another one I can't even think of on the top of my head that went to Chelsea instead of us. Pisses me off. So whenever they get snubbed, that fucking makes me happy. Yeah. So I don't think it's set in stone yet, but I think Kunde is over there in Barcelona for a
Yeah.
medical. So
Yeah, that's fine.
but it's like the Premier League
Hopefully.
is where all the money's at. So for us, speaking like for Spurs wise, when we need to get rid of some players, I don't know. I wouldn't even be upset like we sell like Winks to another Premier League club because that's where the money's at. We can get a good amount of cash from them. I know a lot of other leagues right now are like struggling because of COVID still. They're not quite up there like the Premier League is cash wise.
You know what's really shitty too? Something that I just thought about listening to you is
What's that?
when we're buying teams from other Premier League when we're buying players from other Premier League teams, we get, taxed. We get the Premier League premium, right?
Okay.
Especially if they're English players. We get the Premier League premium and we get the English player premium. So we're paying 50 mil for a Harry Winks as an example.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Exactly. Yep.
but when Tottenham wants to send Harry Winks to Leicester,
Yeah.
they're not paying a Premier League premium. They're not paying an English player premium. They're paying a get this guy off my books discount rate.
I hope not, man,
You know what I
because
mean?
you'd think that Levy would be a little better than that. He knows. I mean, all about the economics of all the leagues. I'm sure way more than both of us do. So I can't see
Yeah.
Harry Winks going for. I mean, if he goes to a Premier League club, I don't see it going for too low. Because just at the end of the day, when August comes, I'm not the end of the day, but at the end of the transfer window, when it's starting to come, and we still haven't offloaded Winks, then yeah, I think Lee will just be like, all right, fuck it, like 10 mil, just get him off the squad. But I think we're gonna hold out for a decent amount of money. I think that's why he hasn't left yet. So,
Um, just another question. What do you think if you know how Basuma's waiting for that number 8? What if we don't get rid of Winksy? Why don't we just take that number from him, give it to Basuma, don't register Winksy as a player for this coming up season, and I mean, wait to see if anybody takes him in January.
just don't even register him on the starting 25.
I
I mean,
mean, bro, if
on
he's
the
not in our
roster list.
plans,
Yeah.
if
No, I
he's not in
mean,
our plans,
yeah. I mean, I don't know what his wages are, but hopefully they're not too high. So, yeah, it's not a bad, not a bad shout. I don't know. Why
what's up,
not?
George?
I mean, if he can fit in the lineup, I might as well keep him. He's one of our own. So, but when it comes to like starting, nah, he's just gonna be on the reserves. So, um,
Yeah.
man, I have to
Uh,
go just for 2 seconds. Do you mind if I have to go to the bathroom? So I got to
yeah, go
pee.
ahead, bro.
Be right back.
So we're just sitting here talking. We kind of went off topic. We were talking about the Rangers game, but then we just start talking about our squad now. And my question to Parker was, uh, if nobody's gonna want to take Harry Winks off of our hands, why don't we? And he's not in our plans. Are we gonna register him as one of our players for the Premier League this season? And if not, why don't we just hold on to him till January and give Basuma the number 8 shirt. Basically, that's what started was the whole, give Basuma the number 8 if he even wants number 8. But yeah, uh, the fee for Winks might be too high. I don't know I haven't heard exactly any numbers. I don't know what they're trying to get for him. Another thing too that we were just talking about a few minutes ago was how we get charged an English player premium plus a Premier League player premium, and when we want to sell our players, it's hard to charge that same premium for our Premier League rivals that want to buy our players. If and so, it is a player that's going to go to a Premier League team, like a Winks. Winks would be going to a Premier League team
Yeah. Well,
more than likely, right?
yeah. Well, I hope that Levy would be a little bit better in the negotiations and not let him go for a cheap price. They know. I mean, he knows the Premier League has the money, so he's just got to go for as much as we can get him for. So, I mean,
If
obviously.
you're Winks, if you're Winksy, do you think about a move abroad if any interest comes in? Let's
Well, yeah.
just
If
say
you're
a
if you're
Rangers
Winks, then
Rangers
yeah.
let's say Rangers comes in for you. Um, would you let him go? I mean, would you want to go?
Yeah, of course. If I was Winks,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't care where he goes though. If I'm a Spurs fan either, I don't mind playing against him on another Premier League team either. So,
Well, I
but
mean, you know how I feel about Winksy, bro. If Winksy's okay with being in the position that he's gonna be, dude, then I mean, you're welcome to sit on the bench.
yeah. Um, One of the questions George said is he good enough for the Prem? Um, he's probably good enough for a couple teams in the Premier League, that's for sure. Bournemouth, I think
Bournemouth,
he'd probably fit
Bournemouth
in
would be a
Bournemouth.
good.
Um,
He'd go play with Scotty Parker. Scott Parker's over there coaching Bournemouth.
yeah,
I'm sure they remember each other from his time here at Spurs. Um, Again, though, Harry Winks is a Tottenham fan. He's a Tottenham boy. So he's talk about being between a rock and a hard place, man. I'm pretty sure that's how he feels. Um, I could be wrong. He could be really bummed out, not having any not being in Conte's plans. But the fact remains, man, he's had plenty of coaches come through the door and give him chances. And he's got fans like me that never lose hope in him. I don't have many names on the back of my kits, but I have a Winksy kit, and
Yeah.
the rare times Winks comes on, I cheer him on, and that's because I'm a Tottenham fan. You know, I believe Harry Winks is one of our own, and I would hate for him to I would hate for him to just kind of just diminish. You know, I'm not gonna play at Spurs anymore. Nobody wants to pick him up. I mean, man, it's a waste of talent. He might not be talented enough to be a top six, top four,
No,
Premier League
absolutely not.
side, but
No.
go and play your football somewhere else, man. I'm still gonna root for you, you know, wherever you're at. I'm still gonna root for Winksy.
Yeah.
Um, I fell in love with the English national team when Winksy was in it. Winksy's a big part of the reason why I follow the English national team and not the Mexican national team and not the U.S. national team. Um, so some of my best memories with Tottenham Hotspur involve having Winksy, you know, and uh,
He's been there through it all, that's for sure.
yeah, you know, he had a wonderful game against Madrid. Um,
You guys remember that
yeah,
cross he put in
I
that
wish
ended
him.
up in the back of the net?
Yeah, and then he played another one. He was like, "This one I meant for to go in." You know, you might have done that, man. And yeah, I mean, I wish you nothing but the best, Winksy. I know we're going we're going way off track with this conversation, but yeah, big up to Winksy. I wish him nothing but the best, and I hope he gets a squad. And like I said, if he's not part of if he's not part of our Premier League roster,
That's
then give
fine.
your shirt up. Then give your shirt up.
Get
You
the
know,
number 8
there's a
up,
man
the
that.
the number.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
There's a man
But
there
what do
that
you think
needs
about
it. You know,
Lascelles though? Because I think we can get him. I think we can offload him for a decent amount of money. Because like think about it, I mean, he's played in the Europa League final, was it right? Um, wait, did he even win it?
or
He
I
might have
don't
even
think it
won
was
it.
the
I think
Europa League final.
it was.
They were pretty high up there on the Premier. I mean, on the
Yeah.
Champions League. I think they made it to the semis or something
Oh, was
like
it
that.
champion? Okay, so something like that. Yeah, he has good experience in Europe. He's going to be playing for Argentina. He's going to the World Cup, I think. I think we can offload him for a decent amount of money, man. Seriously. He's got a good repertoire, and he's young still. He's not like he still has a lot of years ahead of him. I think he's in his like prime right now. Um, so I think
Yeah,
Levy is really waiting to sell for that money, man.
yeah,
So I mean,
yeah.
yeah, and he has the talent, like George is saying. I mean, he does. He has proven talent. He just didn't fit in our system. So, but I don't think he's going to go out as a waste, because I think we're going to make a decent amount of money off him. He has a lot of experience. What do you think?
I don't like Lo Celso.
Well, yeah, but
I
what do you think about
I
him leaving the club? Because I think
um
he's going to be leaving
yeah,
now. So,
yeah. I'll pack his bags for him. Um, I don't know, dude. I was stoked when we got him from Real Betis.
mhm.
But that's all it was. George is spot on, you know. Very great talent. It's just we don't see it enough. I'm yet to see talent. I'm yet to see anything convincing from Lascelles. So and he's right here too, you know, like the transfer fee is too high. Uh classic Daniel Levy here. You know what I mean? Holding out for that highest for that high for his
I
price.
think he's right to do that. Honestly, I really do.
No, I agree. I agree. If you're selling something, you're gonna sell it for the value you hold in it, right?
Mhm.
It's just is somebody gonna think the same thing as a buyer? Is somebody gonna buy him with the same thought? Oh, he's man, 30 million? What a steal. Let me go ahead and buy Lo Celso. I don't know, dude. I don't see anybody that I mean, I hate to say it, but I don't see anybody that dumb.
I can because he did really well for Villarreal or whatever you pronounce it.
But they don't want
Um,
to buy him, bro.
I mean, I don't know.
They would have bought him already. They had him on loan.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, man. I think he's really valuable. I think he has a lot of years left, like I
I
said. So
if I'm not mistaken, I thought I heard some rumors that he might have was going to get some game time against Rangers. I'm glad he didn't.
yeah, no,
I'm glad that he didn't.
he's not. He's not in the plans
But
of
you know,
Conte. So yeah, he's trying to get him out the door as possible. But hey, we won another trophy, man. The Toll Trophy.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, You're right,
We have
man.
2
I
preseason
t
trophies now.
Yeah, and bro, if I'm honest, I hate it when you send me like 500, 5,000 and some days since we last won a trophy. I'm like, God damn it, don't remind me.
14.4 years.
Hey, bro, but that ended. I mean, we won a trophy.
No,
It's
no.
not, it's not, it's not a big one, but I mean, hey, man, it's a
Hey, we
trophy.
have 4 more to win this season, so
Nah,
one of 5.
1 of 5. Well, I'm down for that. I would totally accept that, dude. I would totally accept that.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, the value of somebody is definitely you're definitely entitled to you're definitely entitled to value whatever you want at
Mhm.
whatever price that you want, and so
Yep.
George says maybe some more next season. By the way, I want to shout out and big up George. Thank you for coming across our channel. I was telling you early, Parker, how I got added to the WhatsApp group of a couple of a lot of people, and
Yeah.
I'm actually
That's awesome.
I'm swinging with some big people in that chat. So it's mind blowing the fact that the Spurs community has embraced our channel up and coming like they are,
Yeah.
and so yeah, thank you, George. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for helping grow the channel. I seen THFC till I die. He hit us up on Instagram and we definitely followed his channel back. He followed us back. Um,
Sweet.
and it's thanks to people like them, dude, that we're able to, hopefully grow. I mean,
Yeah. Our Instagram
it's
is
only
at Mile High Hotspur. So
yeah,
give us a follow there. Twitter, I think we're just search Mile High Hotspurs too. You'll find us. Um,
yeah, for
you'll see our
sure.
logo in
I'll
there,
put
but
our Instagram down at the bottom.
yeah.
So yeah, we're up and coming channel for sure. We're from Denver, Colorado. The one thing I will say about it is literally we're on two sides of the world, so our time zones are way off. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna try and get into the rhythm where we're not stepping on anybody not stepping on anybody's toes. We understand and we know that there's a way of going about it. Everybody's always trying to stream, everybody's always trying to get on, and so we're definitely going to see how we could fit into the whole mix. That way we could have everybody tuning in with us and just like we tune in with everybody. So yeah, thanks for being a part of the ride. um so, and also too, George, whenever it is that you have a chance, man, we definitely would love to have you guys on. Anybody for that matter.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I see it's already past midnight there. Yeah, seven
Mhm.
hours ahead. They're 7 hours ahead of us, so we're gonna try and take that into consideration when we're trying to do these live streams. Definitely get into the rhythm. So yeah, thank you for being a part. Thank you for dropping a like. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Big up to you guys out there in the UK.
I
Um,
wanted to give somebody a history lesson, or everybody a history lesson, really, on the Toll Trophy. Do you know anything about that? What it was, who was named
um,
after, and all that stuff?
yeah. Well, yeah, bro. I
Walter
don't mean to ruin your
Toll.
history. Yeah. I don't mean to ruin your history lesson, but he was Tottenham's first black outfielder,
Yes,
right? And he actually played for Tottenham and for Rangers.
and Rangers. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Anyway,
and also too, but
and he died in the
big
Battle
up,
of Somme in World War One. Very
big
famous
up to
battle in World War One. If
big
you're
up to
familiar
Jermaine
with it.
Defoe for presenting Hugo with that trophy. Also, again, played for both teams.
Oh, that's a good point. He did.
He did. He did.
Yeah, I
Um,
saw a photo with him, where he was taking a photo with the Glasgow Spurs flag. Did you see that too?
Yeah, I didn't see the photo, but I did hear that he was out there
Mhm.
doing his round.
Yeah.
Man, talk about Spurs legends, bro. Jermaine Defoe is one of my favorite for Spurs players of all time too.
Mhm.
Have you gotten a chance to check
Number
out
18.
the number 18 little mini doc that they have there
On what? Spurs
about
play?
Harry Kane? Yeah, about Harry
No.
Kane and Jermaine Defoe, how they both wore the number 18.
No.
One thing that I really like about the whole history with Jermaine Defoe and Harry Kane was that one day in Chingsford when Harry Kane was out with his mates playing and Jermaine Defoe happened to see some kids playing some footy and says, "Hey, pull over! I'm gonna have a kickabout with these kids." And it turned out to be it turned out to be
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane playing with his mates,
Oh my
right?
god.
And later on in the career, Harry Kane asked Jermaine Defoe, "Hey, do you remember you pulled up to some kids in a black Range Rover and we're playing some football and you had a kickabout with us?" He's like, "That was me." So
Wow.
it's pretty crazy
Jermaine
little
Defoe is a
story there.
really good guy. Like nobody has anything bad to say about Jermaine Defoe. He's one of those just good humanitarians. He's a good teammate. Everyone really loves the guy. So yeah, I could see him taking time out of his day to kick the ball around with a couple, kids. So that's
Oh
great. I
yeah.
fucking love that story. I haven't heard that before, but I fucking love it.
Yeah, watch that, dude. The number 18 on Spurs play. It's worth like the 20 minutes
Spurs
that I mean,
Spurs play is amazing.
yeah. Yeah. George says Spurs Till I Die is a historical Spurs channel. I'm gonna have to check that out. He says there's a lot of people that how they went from being an Arsenal fan or supporter or even in the academy and then going over to being a Tottenham Hotspur player. The one that I don't believe and the one that I find it hard to believe is that Dennis Bergkamp was a Tottenham fan
Really?
and went and played at Arsenal. I've heard
Oh yeah,
that. I don't
became a
know how
legend.
true it is, and I
Never
don't know
heard
how
that.
much I really want to believe it. But yeah,
Well,
Dennis Bergkamp to me is the I mean, because dude, the dude is a freaking Arsenal legend, if I'm not
he is.
mistaken.
Yeah.
And then to be known as a Spurs fan, that's pretty crazy. Um,
No, that's pretty cool. Good for him.
yeah, good for him. One thing I do know, bro, is we're all having a party when Sol Campbell dies.
Oh, fuck yeah. We're all
Oh,
having a
well, I mean,
party. We're all having a
yeah,
party. We're all
I know
having
that
a
one's a fun one to chant when we're
party.
at the pub, huh?
When Sol
Uh,
Campbell
Ch-
dies. Sorry, I had to
George
do it there.
over here in Colorado, we all get together, the Colorado Spurs, and we go to a pub, and we chant, we drink, and we just we have fun. And the one thing I really want to be able to bring that atmosphere to you guys when the season starts. Um, And one of the things that we really like to sing is, all the songs about how we hate Sol Campbell. Um,
All the
George
Arsenal
did chime in.
songs to hate on
Yeah,
Arsenal. Those are the best.
he says, yes, he was. Spurs have a Dutch fan base, mainly Ajax fans. That is true. That is true. I have seen a lot of the Ajax
Hmm.
Tottenham
Yeah,
similarities
both Jewish backgrounds
and
and
I like Ajax too, bro. Ajax is definitely a proper football academy.
we got Davidson
That's
Sanchez from him, Vertonghen, Eriksson.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, this transfer window kind of reminds me in a way of the one in 2012, 2013 when we offloaded Bale and bought like 7 players. Do you remember that? We bought
I
like
do, bro.
Nasser
But it
Chadley,
Yeah,
Lamela,
from 20.
Eriksson,
Yep, Lamela Erickson.
Capoue.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, Vladimir Crinches, Etienne Capoue, God, who else? They also have made I watched a couple different channels where they've made like some sort of documentary about the Bale 7. You
mm,
might want to check that out too. That's pretty dope. And it goes on to talk about all the players that they bought.
yeah.
Again, money not spent wisely, dude. This window, yeah, it's similar in the fact that we have brought in a lot of players, but you also have to remember we did a lot of panic buying, if I'm not mistaken, that season. And this is definitely not anything like that.
Yeah.
This has been planned. Um, I want to say that they're all. I mean, I guess now that yeah, he says that was not
Well,
a
yeah,
great.
most of them were like Europa League players, but we did end up getting Eriksson out of that. So,
Yeah, Erickson was
Lamela was
and
good.
Lamela. Yeah,
Yeah, but mostly
yeah.
shit. But mostly a
It
shit
was
transfer window. But you're
it
you're
was
right.
not a good window.
Eriksson
Um,
was just amazing though for us. So. But other than that,
yeah,
and
yeah,
Lamela was okay. He was hit or miss. But
yeah, for
overall,
sure.
the players that we got, you're right. Chitres, or is that who you said earlier?
Trenches, yeah. And then we ended up
Something
getting
like
rid
that.
of him
Yeah.
to Napoli. God
Yeah.
knows where he's at now.
Yeah.
Nasser Chadley, I used to like Nasser Chadley.
Yeah, he was a baller for a
Again,
minute. Yeah.
I don't think he lived up to the expectations that we had for him. I mean, if
Mhm.
I could even say we had a lot of expectations for him. We've had a lot of flops come from that Eredivisie, and not really pan out how we want them to. With what's his name being one recently, Vincent Janssen, I
Um,
think was the last time we went into that league and tried to pull somebody out of there, and
yeah.
literally just came and flopped. Um, yeah, but anyways, we're definitely off topic there. Not bad at all, but yeah, big up to George in the chat. So I wrote down a lot of stuff when I was watching the Rangers game. Um, One of them being that Royale needs to shoot. I think Royale needs to shoot instead of just
Oh,
try and bomb that cross in.
yeah.
Um,
I did see that a couple
if we're gonna
times.
get the same outcome, yeah, if we're gonna get the same outcome, dude, the ball going over or the ball getting played out to somebody else,
Yeah.
I mean, have a
He
pop,
lays it
bro.
off at the last minute,
Have
and
a pop.
he could have easily shot it. I mean, he's a
Yes,
right footer. He could have easily shot it with his right and got it in.
yes, I
So I mean, I'm
agree.
sure Conte's talking to him a little bit about that. I mean, I think he's getting good coaching. Um, Conte is just so freaking good at what he does. So he just brings that enthusiasm to the club that we need to. Conte, not Royal
Yeah,
Conte. um,
yeah.
you're right. You're
I
right.
mean,
He definitely needs
and
he needs to have an eye for goal a little bit
he
more
needs to
like
shoot.
Dyer. Dyer this season shooting. So
Yeah, that was another one of my notes. That was another one of my notes. Dyer blasted another one. It didn't go in. He hit the target. What more could you ask for? I mean, if you're gonna have a pop from distance, hit the target.
I think
Make the
Dyer's gonna have a
goalkeeper
good
work.
season this year. I think he's taking it seriously. I saw a post where he was cleaning one of the footballs, taking care of it, kind of like making it his little like, his own kind of thing, just taking care of the ball. I think his post was, take care of the ball, they'll take care of you or something. So I think he's taking it
Yeah,
seriously, and I think he's gonna have a good season. He's confident, taking shots. Um, yeah,
yeah,
and he wants to impress Conte. He loves his team, so I think he's going to be fighting for that spot, and I think he's going to do fantastic this year. So that's my opinion.
yeah, yeah. I would hope so too. I know there's a lot of people saying we need to shore up that back line. Um, yeah, I mean, is there players we could bring in that are better than Dyer? Yeah. Can we get them over the line? I don't know. We probably would have already signed them if we could get them over the line. You know what I mean? Um, but it says Dyer's attitude is right. Again, some fans don't think he's good enough. Um,
Mm. I'm
Parker,
seeing,
any thoughts on that comment?
I'm just seeing a change this year a little bit. I don't know. I think he's just so committed this year. I mean, after to watching him play, and he's shooting more. He's confident. So I think I'm seeing the same Dyer, but just a little bit of a different mentality with Dyer this year. At least what I've noticed. So hopefully he proves everyone
Yeah.
wrong because I love Dyer. So
Dyer for me is another one of those players very similar to Harry Winks, in the fact that I've I've grown up as a Spurs fan watching Eric Dyer. Um, I've been a Spurs fan since 2010, and then I don't know exactly how long Dyer's been with us, but I've grown up watching Eric Dyer play. I remember when Poch brought him in. I remember he scored on his debut against West
West
Ham.
Ham, West Ham. Yeah.
Scored on his debut. Um, he's grown on me. I would hate to see him leave, but
No, he's
it, it's
growing
it's
that
it's
legendary status. Every year he's getting a little closer to that.
for me. I think Dyer's value to me is a lot more sentimental than it is more financial. I think for me to say, okay, bring in a Bastoni, bring in Joe's Kunde, bring in some. I mean, yeah, bring them in. Those are big names that everybody wants to see. But if you ask me, I would hate to replace, even if in my heart of hearts I know that the player is better than Eric Dyer. it'll be tough for me to put Eric Dyer on the bench. You know what I mean? Especially now, how you mentioned he's come to grow into this new role. You know, where he's commanding that back line. You know, at first they were playing him out of position as a center defensive mid, uh, and then I think he was even at right back for a while, a couple seasons, or not even a couple seasons, but I think they played him at right back for a while. They played him on the right side. Now we're doing a five at the back or a three at the back, however you want to look at it. And he's demanding that, you know. He's commanding that back line.
Yeah.
So yeah. He's grown into the role. This is the role that suits him most. You know, Dyer was originally bought back from Portugal from Sporting Lisbon to play in
Mm.
the midfield. Yeah, he was. And by time he's been being at that point, I don't know if even that center mid, that defensive, that CDM role was even his best position. I know that's when he got into
He did
the
pretty
English
good.
team,
He was like,
you
yeah,
know.
people were talking about how good he was as a defensive midfielder when we first got him. Um,
I'll tell
so
you what, bro, and I stand by this comment all the time. He's better than Harry Maguire by far. So why is he not in the English national team is fucking beyond me. I
mhm.
think there's some sort of agenda against him. I don't know why he's not starting for England.
um,
But
I mean, I know he's not considered homegrown because he was out in Portugal
but
from the
he's
time he
English.
was like,
But he's English.
I know, but
He's played for England.
no, I know. I'm just saying he's not considered a homegrown because he played
Yeah,
in Portugal when he was like from
yeah,
12 to like 15 or
growing up.
16, I think is what.
Yeah,
So he's not even considered homegrown, which is kind of silly if you think about it, because he's born in England. So I think
yeah.
that's why I think we got to kind of keep Tanganga because he's a homegrown, another homegrown player. And if we get rid of Winks and Tanganga, then we would need to bring someone in. So I think we're gonna keep Tanganga, get rid of Winks. I think Tanganga. What do you also? I want to say this. Rodon came on first substitute for center back. Do you think there's anything to that?
Um, I mean, he came on because Harry Winks got stepped. I mean, Harry Winks. Oh, jeez, because Eric
Dyer.
Dyer got stepped on.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like he came in as a first substitute. That might show that he kind of wants you. He wants him in his plans. I know he gave up his number to Perisic. I think Conte probably respects him because of that. I think he's had a good attitude. He didn't come to Korea. I think Conte might be giving him a chance because of how he's reacted to the situations that have been presented to him. Kind of.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, he was sick for the trip to Korea. I mean, whether or not that really is it, I don't know. But he didn't travel. But
Mhm.
yeah, he came on and the back end of the season, he actually was being substituted in too. You know, so there could be where there's smoke, there's fire. Where
Yeah.
there's smoke, there's fire. So
Yeah, it
that's
was definitely
probably true.
surprising. Yeah, to see
We
him
might be
coming as the
shopping him.
first.
We might be shopping him.
Yeah. I would rather have. I don't know. Who would you rather have, Rodon or Tanganga?
Oh, that is a good question.
Some
I'd much
Scottish
rather
guys
have
talking about
Rodon.
Rangers players in the chat right now. See
I'd
that?
much rather have. I'd
John
much
Lynch,
rather have. I'd much rather have. Rodon.
Rodon.
Yeah.
I don't know a whole lot about Lundstrom. I know he wasn't he in this Rangers squad? Is that right? Wait.
I know there's a few Rangers players
Okay.
are
I think
pretty good.
this is like a Rangers fan in here, I think. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I want to see Tanganga get some minutes as well this season. I think he stays. Just pretty much just because he's homegrown, man. I mean, he's a good player, but I don't think he's like going to be like playing a whole lot of minutes. But he will help us get that eight player limit minimum of homegrown players.
I just want to put this comment on there. 55 titles. Are we jealous? I'm willing to bet if Rangers was in the Premier League, they wouldn't even be top six.
I mean, yeah, they wouldn't win as many trophies at all, but
So,
I mean,
I just wanted to put that there.
oh, I
You're
know.
entitled to your opinions, you know.
I love having like rival fans on here.
Rangers
We love.
Rangers played well.
Ask
Rangers
him if he
played.
wants to come up here. Ask him if he wants to join the stream.
Yeah, you just did. You just did. Um, so Rangers played really well. To be fair,
Mm,
yeah, that's spot on statement. We talked about our last stream. We talked about Rangers, how Ibrox was going to be a tough venue.
mhm.
And then we also hit on how the players walked off of the bus and got booed, and also too fair play to the Rangers fans, how they gave an ovation to our players once they were getting subbed off. So fair play to the Rangers fans.
Yeah,
Um,
they have some passion in them, and that's great, So booing, clapping, whatever, it's all fine with
yeah,
me. I
it's
mean,
all
unless
yes,
it's
of
for other
course.
reasons, but if it's just, it's all banter and they have some
Yeah,
emotions, which is good. So, but yeah.
yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, he admits, the Rangers couldn't compare. The Rangers couldn't compete in the Prem. It's true. I mean, the Scottish Premier League is definitely a lot. I mean, they don't have the money that the Premier League has, the English Premier
Mhm.
League, and I mean, so they don't have the revenue. And so I mean, maybe like he says, let me pull that one up there. However, over time with money generated, you never know. You never know. Um, Let's pull up a couple more comments. After reaching the Europa League final, I knew they would give us a
Mhm.
yes, exactly right, Parker?
Yeah, we talked about that, I think, in episode 2.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be tough. Any team that reaches a final, a finalist is I mean, you don't do it because you're a shit team. You're a good team. So yeah, we definitely knew it was going to be a hard game. And fair play to Celtic, to Rangers. They definitely held their own. Reason I said Celtic is because I've seen this comment here. Uh, Parker, what is your opinion on Celtic? And George too. You're in the chat. What is your
I don't
opinion on
have an
Celtic?
opinion on Celtic. I prefer Rangers.
Okay. Ooh, that's where we're divided, bro. I have to go on to the other side, and I prefer Celtic.
Mm.
Um,
I have a Rangers kit,
I
to
like
be
the
honest
hoops.
with you. I'm
I
Scottish. My
like the
last name's
hoops.
Duncan, so
Well, Duncan.
Duncan, that's my last name. I'm a Rangers fan. I'm not Catholic. That's probably the main reason why.
Yeah, it was beat into me to be Catholic as a kid, so that's probably why I go Celtic,
Mm.
bro. Fair enough. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's how. If we were both from Glasgow, I mean, that's what it would be, dude.
I mean, my family history is Catholic, but like my immediate family is not Catholic, so that's why.
Yeah.
But like my family history, my dad was raised Catholic and all that stuff, but I prefer Rangers for that reason. So um
Yeah. I mean, it's probably just like growing up in London, where you're born is who you're gonna follow.
mm.
Big up to you, Spurs Talk Show.
Oh, that's a cool logo, man. I like that.
Yeah,
That's fucking hilarious. I love that.
that's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah,
cool.
have you seen some of his stuff? He's a good guy. He does
Oh yeah,
don't hate if I'm wrong, but he does he walks around with his dog. He walks with his dog and throwing the ball, talking Spurs out there. And I
nice.
think if I'm not mistaken, he was just on with Henry Wright, going blow for blow with Will Stewart. I want to say thank you because it's always quality entertainment watching you, my man. Big up, big up. Um, yeah, dude. So we're getting a bunch of people now in the chat, which is awesome. Shout out to Socorro Ordonez.
Queen Ellie Hoybier. You see that?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Ellie used to play for the Tottenham Hotspur ladies, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, she
Okay.
used to play
I've
for.
heard of.
So
Yeah. You were
so
telling me about
big
her.
up to Ellie. Thank you for joining our community. Thank you for joining our channel too. Um so- Yeah, so see that was him, bro. I mean, bro, it's entertainment. I love watching your stuff, man. He said drunk me. Uh
It happens, man.
Sometimes it happens, right?
Yeah. We try to be sober, at least
Sometimes
on
it
these
happens,
things.
man. Sometimes it happens. But you definitely held your own, dude. So I
Mhm.
mean, don't be sorry, man. You held your own. You held your own. Um I was actually on the road coming back listening to you go with Will Stewart and hey man, opinions are opinions, man. Everybody has them, you know. So yeah, you held your own. And yeah, so see, there you
Oh, wow.
go. Ellie's born and bred in Tottenham. She was a creative midfielder for the Spurs ladies. It's an honor and a privilege to have you here in our chat. Again, for those of you that are just tuning in, this is my friend Parker. I'm Leo. We're
Yep.
from Denver, Colorado. We're part of Colorado Spurs. I know
Correct.
you
Yep.
guys see me in all the chats up there with everybody across the board. Um, I've been with United Spurs of America and Tottenham away up on their Friday show a couple times. So that's where I see you guys at. So thank you guys for joining. Parker and I are pleased and privileged to be a part of the Tottenham community that you guys have going for us, for everybody. So yeah, good looking out, and thank you guys very much. Thank you definitely for tuning in. Um,
We pretty much already like discussed everything. We pretty much brought
yeah,
up everything already. So, getting towards the end,
stands in
but
Scotland are better than in England. What do you think about that,
yeah.
Parker? Do you think that's true?
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm out in here in Denver. Ask Ellie. What does Ellie think about that? Because
It's gonna go for the Tottenham fans, man. Of course. I've never been to Scotland or England. Definitely one
mhm,
of my goals is to go out there with you guys and to go catch a game. But I would say that, man, no way that the Scottish league is better than English league.
yeah. And what Ellie said, I think really Conte's kind of demanding trophies this year. Last year, I mean, we all remember after Burnley where he kind of gave us an ultimatum where he talked to
Yeah.
Levy, and he's just like, we've lost 5 out of the last blah 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 games, um, we can't get to that point anymore. And I don't. Hopefully, we won't. But yeah, Conte is one of those guys like he needs to see results right away, or he's getting out of here. So, but
Well,
yeah,
I mean
that was pretty
that's a
scary.
fair statement. That is a fair statement, and you're not wrong for thinking that. On the flip side of the coin, somebody who like myself wants to believe that Antonio Conte is gonna sink his feet into and do some years here with us. He's due for a club to just stay there. He's talked about how he wants Tottenham to be like in a position like a Liverpool. Have a steady coach, have steady results. Um, I'm a firm believer if we keep giving Conte what he wants, then he might stay. He's had fallouts with a lot of his teams, and that's why he's left.
Yeah,
As long as we could avoid some of the
good point.
mistakes that have been placed in front of him,
Yeah,
man, the sky's the
I,
limit. I mean, he he
I
could
think
he could be here for a good 6 7 years. 6 7 years flies.
I'm
It
worried.
flies,
I don't
especially if
know.
you're doing good.
I disagree because I really think it's up in the air at this point because it's like if we can compete with that like the Man City Liverpool's up there like the whole time, then I think he's gonna stay. But if we go back down and we're competing for fourth again, he's gonna be like, why do I want to be here? I've done everything I
Yeah,
can. I want to go abroad. I want to try something else because this is not working.
yeah.
We have
No,
to
I
really
mean,
be
and
competing for the title, I think, in order for Conte to want to stay. Otherwise, he's gonna get out of here.
well,
If
I
we're
mean, and that's a
fifth,
fair shout.
sixth, trying to get fourth at the end of the season, that's just not good enough for Conte. He's out of there. He's out of here. So it's going to be sad because he brings such enthusiasm, such passion, to our club, and it just makes everyone excited, including the players. So if he's not able to give us a trophy this year, then he's out, in my opinion. He's not going to wait another year. He already gave us an ultimatum last year, and we're actually miles apart from what we used to be back then. I mean, when you think about it, back when we were lost against Burnley, I think things have changed so much since then. I mean, just having Conte in the squad and giving us that kind of like the now or never sort of mentality. It just helped us so much.
And that's what this club needs. This club needs definitely somebody who's gonna, I mean, somebody with the stature that is Antonio Conte, you know, with the balls like Antonio Conte to just say, hey, if I'm not the right person for this job, I'll leave. If you guys want me to stay here, this is what I'm gonna need. Me in my personal life, in my job, when I'm given a task, I can complete the task according to the materials given to me, right? I can't bend over backwards for people. I can't complete my task if I'm asking, hey, I need to finish up this water line. I don't have pipe. I need to have pipe. Give me pipe. If you don't want to give me pipe, I can't finish this water line, right? So if Conte is saying, hey, give me another center back, give me another a creative a mid, give me another striker. Yeah, I agree. Then we fucked up and he left. The same thing could happen to me at work.
Yeah.
My boss don't want to supply me with the stuff that I need.
Yeah.
And he's exceeding me to get my job done, but you're not gonna give me what I need, then I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah. It's
And
a make or
I
break
mean, that's just,
season.
you're right.
Make or
Yeah,
break
this is a make or
Conte.
break season.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have
George
to
George
win
is spot on
something.
too, you
And
know?
the toll trophy is not going to be enough for Conte, obviously.
No, for sure. For sure it's not. I mean, I agree. I agree, bro. And I mean, yeah, we won a trophy. Yeah, this and that. But it's not silverware that matters. Of course, it's not. The Audi Cup was not silverware that matters.
Yeah.
Right?
And I mean, after watching that game, I don't even think we really even need a center attacking midfielder anymore. It's crazy. I mean, I don't think so. I think we can do it with the front three and our wing backs. So let me see what Ellie has to say here. Yep. Yeah, we know why we're all angry. It's lack of trophy.
Hold on. That goes back to what Sean was debating with Will Stewart earlier. Success, it all depends on how people
value
define success.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Is success for you the trophies that you're putting up, or is it, is it progression? So yeah, I mean, Spurs fans, we're I mean, I don't really want to say it, but I do. I think we're entitled to be upset, or not upset, but we're entitled to bitch
up.
and moan.
We're fucking fed up. And
yeah,
Conte
but that's
is
just
not
it. We're fed up.
trying to waste a couple years with us trying to see if we can win a trophy. It's like, this is it. So I mean, we have Kane, the best striker in the world, and it just kind of makes sense why Bayern want him. I mean, they can offer him what we haven't been able to offer. And that's a trophy. So it's
talk about another make or break season. Harry Kane, this season's going to be make or break as well. This season's going to be make or break for Harry Kane, for Heung-min Son, for Antonio Conte, for Daniel Levy. This is definitely it's going to be a make or break season for us as Tottenham fans, you know.
And we'll be here no matter what, but Conte won't. And that's what's kind of messed up about it. I mean, we'll be here talking about no matter what happens, we're going to be following and supporting our club. Conte doesn't have that sort of, passion. I mean, not passion, but loyalty. But that's okay. I mean, he's just a manager. So, but we got to make him happy. We got to win some silverware this year, or I'm going to be really, really sad to see him go, because I want to see him here for like 10 years. That would be great. I would love to see that. He's doing wonders for our club. Too. So, but it's like we've already said it a million times. It's make or break this season. So
it's make or break. Yeah, it's make or break. Real quick, bro, I know we went really off topic or whatever, and how we were talking. This stream was a recap of the Rangers game. Just to go back to that, and just, I mean, just before we wrap things up, what'd you think of the formation? We did again. We did a 5-2-3, very similar to what we played against Norwich the last game. there was a point in the game where we had Perisic. I guess let me start from the back. We had Forster, and then we had Jed Spence. We had Tanganga. We had Rodon in the center, and we had Lenglet on the left side, and then we had Perisic. We had your boy Pape Matisar in center with Basuma, and then we had Brian Hill, Richarlison, and Lucas.
Yeah. So
What do you
all
think of that
6 of our
11?
signings, along with
Yes.
Pape Sarr, which is pretty much like a new signing if you think about it, because we
Well,
bought
he's a
him
new
last year
signing.
and he
He's a
went
new signing.
immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it
he's
went to
he's a new
loan.
player. He's exciting to watch. Yeah, man, I'm excited about it. I think I really think he's trying to figure out what he wants his starting lineup to be. And then we'll find out against Roma. And I think when we find out against Roma, that's what Southampton's going to be as well. Yeah, Basuma really impressed me. I really think he's going to end up in that starting lineup. But yeah, his formation is it's we know what he's going to do every time. It's 2 in the midfield, the wing backs, and then 3 in the back. So it just it just really depends on like who's going to be playing what. That's really what Conte was trying to figure out. It's like who does he want to play during the season, and that's what preseason's all about. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was definitely we had all of our 6 signings out there. We had Hill, we had
Mhm.
Lucas. It was definitely like it to me was a it was a pretty good like B team, you know? Like we're playing against Preston North End and in the League Cup. Throw that team out there. Man, it hopefully we could get a result there.
Mhm.
Um and also too I was really stoked to see Jed Spence. I was really interested to see if he was even going to get any minutes, but Jed Spence put in a shift. What are your thoughts about Jed Spence playing? Well, and
Yeah,
also
I think
too, do you think Jed Spence is gonna hold his weight playing in the Premier League, starting
mm,
for us?
not yet. I think he's a perfect player for that right wing back position that Conte wants. He hasn't had enough time in our coaching staff yet with our coaching staff. So, but given time, I think he's just gonna be the perfect signing for us. For Conte's system anyway. He's great at attacking. He can go forward and he can also come back. Sorry, I dropped something. So yeah, he's the perfect right wing back if you ask me,
No.
but not right
Ellie
away.
says it is. Ellie says it is a make or break season, or Spurs fans are gonna say, "For God's sake, not another trophyless season." I hope to God that this is not another trophyless season. For real,
Yeah.
we're due something.
George said, "Did you see
Um,
Romero applaud Spence?" I actually did not see that, but that's awesome. I love the
well,
support.
that's a good point. I actually had in my notes here, watching the game back. Yo, Perisic is a team player. He misplaced a ball, and right away he was like, "Hey, sorry, my bad, this and that." And then a ball came to him, which was played a little bit ahead of him, and he was like, "Hey, that's okay,
That
like
was like his
that's okay.
first like couple
Next time."
minutes on the field. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was he was applauding all the players, and he was like, "Hey, like, dude, that's what experience brings you. That's what a player that knows.
Yeah.
Hey, we you probably didn't give me the ball this time.
Yeah.
Next time you'll get it to me. He's got
Mhm.
patience.
Yeah. He knows the
I like
mindset
the
of a
way he's doing.
player.
Yes,
He knows what to do,
yeah,
and
for sure.
I don't think Richarlison knows that yet. I think he still has so much to learn. So
Yeah, but Romero applauding Spence. Yeah, because Spence I think was coming back and stopped. He tackled somebody in the penalty area. So yeah,
yeah, hell yeah,
Romero
picked up
applauding
2
Spence for
points.
his first block. Dope. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Excuse
sure.
me. Yeah. To dare is to do for sure.
Yes, sir.
Um. Yeah. So I mean, any last words before we end this live stream here?
Um, I don't know, man. I think we really touched on everything. It was a good podcast, man. Hour 20 minutes. We got a lot out. We got a lot that we said. So, if you guys have a
Yeah.
chance, watch it back from the beginning. So yeah. Excited
Thank you
for
guys
next
for the
week.
support, honestly, too. Scottish lad, thank you for being in the comments.
Yeah,
Thank you
Scottish lad.
for your comments.
We'll get
Even
you on
though, you know,
sometime. We'll get you on and we'll talk about it. If you know a lot about the Premier League, then we'll get you on. But we don't know a whole lot about the Scottish Premier League. So if you want to talk about that league, I don't know if I'll be, you know, a big help.
speaks
But
to
if you want to
somebody.
come on and talk about Spurs and whatever, if you want to talk shit about Arsenal,
Yeah, you're more than welcome to come on and talk shit about the filth.
yes.
That's funny. One more comment from Ali. Hoiberg was poor in Korea versus Sevilla, but was good versus Rangers and played 90 minutes. He's mine and Conte's favorite because he plays hard and can do the shithousery, and he is a dare-to-do player. Love him. You know, Ellie, one thing I do know about you is you are one of the biggest Hoiberg supporters. Um, and I totally respect that. Totally respect that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Um, as Parker will tell you, I'm like one of his biggest critics. I'm sorry to admit it. Um,
Yeah, I know. I'm
I,
not, but
I,
you
I,
are.
yeah, I am. I personally am. Um, I just, man, I mean,
I prefer
yeah,
Basuma. Even after watching Basuma for 20 minutes, I prefer him over Højbjerg. But Højbjerg is a good defensive midfielder. He lacks that composure, and it's just over and over again we see that. And I just would love to see Basuma come in and just take his position, um, see what he can do. I mean, Basuma is just. I think Basuma is silky on the ball, man.
yeah,
Looks like
yeah,
Scottish is a Liverpool fan, so yeah, we'd love to talk about the Premier League. Even have a Liverpool
yeah,
fan on. That'd be good.
yeah.
Ellie, you should
Maybe the
come
week
on as
coming
well.
up. Yeah, for sure, Ellie. The invitation to you guys is always there. Ellie, I know that you're in in the WhatsApp group, so I'll definitely, share the link when we're coming on next time. Um, THFC till I die. How many cups will we win next season, guys? Parker?
Next season or this season?
This season. I mean, the season
Okay,
coming up.
I know. Yeah. Well, we have to win one. We have to win one. That's the minimum. So, I want to just stick with one right now. Start small and kind of work our way up. I mean, if we win one this season, then Conte will stay next season. We'll win two. And then who knows? We can even go for the triple in a few years if Conte stays. So, start small.
Hold on. Let me
Um,
pose this question. Let's say we win. Okay, one trophy, right? We're just gonna throw one trophy out there.
okay.
Let's just say that one trophy is the Caribou Cup.
Yeah.
Probably the lowest of the cups that we're in. Is that enough to keep Conte? Is that enough to keep?
Depends. Like what I was saying earlier, if we're competing for the Premier League title, if we're competing for it, even if we don't win, if we're competing for it, he's going to stay. If we're fifth, sixth, winning the Carabao Cup, no, fifth, sixth, he's out of here. We have to be competing for the Premier League title, or he's leaving. So we have to be competing for that top spot and win the Carabao Cup, and he'll stay.
Ali, the comment that you say about him being in the top three of the Prem for accurate passing, you're actually spot on. In the build-up play, Hoiberg was ranked in the top three for
Mhm.
building up the play, if I'm not mistaken. You're absolutely right. I will give you that. Fair play to that. However, he bombs the ball over the
He's
goal
got
all the
zero
time.
composure. Zero.
Yeah, I just feel like uh,
But
but we all have our different perspective of the game. We all
yeah,
watch the game and
it's more than shooting the
Ali,
ball.
yeah, I might keep my eye more on Sonny. I might keep my eye more on Kane, as to where Ali, she's watching the game and has a different perspective. She's watching it on a different, so yeah, I don't want I wish I could observe the game and like analyze it a lot better than what I do,
Yeah.
but a lot of the times I'm freaking a couple beers in with my mates at the pub and I'm just yelling at the TV and I see the goal and I shout, and a lot of times I got to watch the replay to see who even passed them the ball for the assist. So different strokes for different folks. We totally appreciate your opinion, and
Yeah.
yeah, I do know that Hoiberg. Yeah, I was aware that Hoiberg is an excellent build-up play. Like a lot of players are waived further behind him on that in that pecking order. But
Maybe.
yeah, for me, I think it's more the final product. A lot of times he's played that pre-assist to the assist. Parker, we talked about this before. You know, a lot of times the pre-assist to the assist
Hmm.
to the goal goes
Yeah,
unnoticed, and that's
exactly what I'm
how
saying.
it is with Hoiberg on this. At least for me, in my point of view. But yeah, Hoiberg is. I mean. I feel like he's regressed. If I'm honest, I feel like he's regressed, and I just feel like I don't know. Maybe somebody else could do it better, but
I don't
I
know.
mean, that's
Ellie
just
did have a
me.
good point that when he played in the Euros, I mean, he was just fantastic. He was one of the best players in the Euros that couple years ago,
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
or
When he
last
played with
year.
Denmark, yes. Yeah, no doubt. And he's part of the reason why Denmark made it. And how she said he knows what it's like to wear the shirt, and he plays for the badge. Absolutely right.
Mhm.
Absolutely right. Which is why he's getting plenty of playing time. It's just if you want my honest opinion, I wish Conte would change to like a 3-5-2. That way we could get a different midfielder in there and possibly keep a Hoiberg. It would be really nice to see midfield three of let's say Skippy, Hoiberg, and Basuma. You know, Basuma, Bentancur, and
Um,
Skip. Um,
yeah, we'll
sky's the
see.
limit there with all that rotation. You know, so
Yeah,
yeah,
I
definitely.
really love Basuma, man. He's already one of my favorites. Like just watching him, he's so good. I just love him. So silky on the ball. I mean, Basuma's passing was great against Rangers. I know he didn't have like the full game, full 90 minutes. But when he did have the ball, I mean, perfectly to where he needed to go. So yes, we do have an Instagram, Scottish
I
lad.
just put it down. Yeah, I just put it now. Scrolling down.
Yes, check the Mile High Hotspur. So,
Did
but
you see
yeah,
that
the
pass he
assist
did
to
for Kane
Kane,
versus
and
Leeds?
then yeah,
He's played some nice little pings over the top. Yes, I agree. I agree. My criticism of Pierre Hoiberg is solely based on when I see him smash that ball and it goes in. He basically shoots souvenirs. You know what I mean? Just like into the stands.
yeah,
But you know,
exactly.
I totally. I mean, I'm totally okay if he's in our starting lineup. It is what it is. I trust Conte, I mean, I'm no one to doubt it. Um,
Mhm.
like we just said, he sees him every day in training. We see him once a week or twice a week on the TV. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
What do you
Popeye
think of this
Sarka,
one? I think
obviously.
Sar is a real deal. Yeah. What do
He,
you think, Parker? This is
yeah,
your guy here.
yeah, I love him. I think he could be our attacking midfielder that we're missing. Um, but I don't know. I can't see Conte changing the formation from like whatever to like
I
from
don't see it either.
you know.
Yeah, I don't see it
So
either. But I mean, it's just hopes. It's just hopes.
I want to see him
Um,
play some minutes though, because
I mean, he's a talented young person, dude. He's a talented
he
young
is a
player.
talented
I mean,
young man. Yeah.
he just won that award for
Hmm.
the African Young Player of the Year.
He
I
did.
mean,
Yeah.
that's a shout and a half, man.
It is. It's a big
That is
deal.
a
Yeah,
shout and a
it's a
half.
huge continent. So for all those countries in there, yeah.
Ali
I
said
think
she
I
likes
gotta hop off
Basuma a
here. I
lot
gotta get
too.
some dinner soon, though.
All
So,
right. No, well, we're about to finish it up. Thanks to you guys in the chat. Ellie, thank you a lot for your comments. Thank you for your opinions. George, thank you very much for sticking through with us, my man. You've been here basically the whole stream, so we appreciate you. Scottish lad, thank you for joining us. Even though you're not a Tottenham Hotspur fan, you're always more than welcome on our channel and across all of Tottenham channels. I'm sure you're more than welcome. So, um, yeah, you guys, we'll keep in touch. We'll definitely be watching all your guys' stuff. We thank you guys for tuning in. Parker, go ahead and give them your last words, man.
yeah, man. Thanks guys for tuning in. We'd love to have some guests on. So, Ellie, hit up Leo, and we can get you on maybe next time or whenever you're free.
She's
So,
a busy
and
lady, bro.
George, everybody.
She's
What's that?
she's definitely always man on
Yeah,
a bunch of
she's active
streams.
on it.
So if we yeah, dude, active. One of the names that I see the most. One of the names I see the most. So whenever it is that's possible, yeah, definitely more than welcome.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, again, I'm Parker, and
Yeah, I'm Leo Coys. We're part of Colorado Hotspurs. We're from Denver, Colorado. Together, we're Mile High Hotspur. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Well, it's already over, so have a wonderful week. Stay
Yeah.
safe, and we look forward to seeing you guys soon.
All right, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.